President and CEO of Hyundai Motor America, Dave Zukowski. Dave.
How are you doing?
Good. So good to see you.
Good to see you.
What an exciting day. Tell us what this means for the company.
I mean, this is really an important step for us. I mean, we started 7 years ago and we launched the original Genesis, and since then we launched the Equus, and now we're taking the next really big step forward and we're going to launch the Genesis brand, which is just an expansion of our offerings, and we're going to be in 3 new segments, and we're going to have 6 all new products in the next 5 years. So it's not really about the volume will get bigger, but it's really about what it says about the Hyundai brand and where we're going.
And it's also something about the guest experience. That's going to be taken to the next level with Genesis, isn't it?
It really does need to, and we tipped our hand a little bit with Equus. I mean, obviously a lot of these consumers have different expectations for the dealership experience, and we've consciously made a decision to sell our premium products through our existing channel and not create a separate channel. So in many cases we've tried to really leverage the luxury of time and convenience. At your service, valet, we'll pick up your car, we'll drop it off, we'll provide you a loaner, we'll go out and give you a demo drive and a sales demonstration at your home. It's just those types of things. We're going to expand on them. Technology allows us to do different things, and we think that's going to be a differentiator for that buyer.
Well, I love that. And tell us about the G90. Is there one thing about the G90 that you just think really stands out?
The G90 just looks incredibly substantial. It is, you're going to say it looks like a S-Class Mercedes when you see it. Obviously not the same price tag. It's a great value. It's got incredible technology, great performance. We've got a new dual turbo engine and a 3.3 liter turbo engine in there for the first time on a V6 with great efficiency and great power. So it's a complete package, and it's a large, luxurious ride that has a very, very athletic stance to it. It's beautiful.
Well, we're so thrilled to be here on such a big day. You're opening the show, so I'm going to send you off. Thank you for joining us at the top of the show. Thank you. As you can see, a lot of exciting things to happen with the brand, and we want to give you a little tease about what the G90 is all about. And here to do that is Ricky Lau. He's the Senior Product Planning Manager of Hyundai Motor America. Let's roll that video.
We're here at the North American International Auto Show in Detroit, and it's an exciting day for us today because not only are we launching the all-new Genesis luxury brand, but we're also launching the flagship to that Genesis brand, the all-new G90 that you see behind me today. The Genesis G90 is going to compete at the pinnacle of the premium luxury segment, and it really combines an unprecedented array of technologies and features and, of course, excellent design. So when we talk about athletic elegance and we look at the front of the G90, what you see is really a bold and distinctive character. And that's crowned by our all-new Genesis winged badge. So when we talk about human-focused innovation, it really is represented clearly in the interior design of the Genesis G90. You can see a strong, striking horizontal layout, finished with the utmost of craftsmanship and premium materials. And at the heart of human-focused innovation is our philosophy of uncompromised safety. So every Genesis G90 comes equipped with our standard Genesis Smart Sense active and passive safety features. So here you have it, a quick preview of our all-new Genesis G90 sedan.
And with that, we welcome you to Genesis.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the President and CEO of Hyundai Motor America, Dave Zukowski.
Good afternoon and welcome to a truly historic day for us. Our first media event for the Genesis brand in North America. This is a company that absolutely thrives on challenges. And in our industry, there is no greater challenge than the luxury market. We first dip our toe in luxury waters about 7 years ago with the launch of our first generation Hyundai Genesis sedan. A truly stunning first effort. Genesis collected several of the industry's most coveted accolades, including the North American 2009 Car of the Year Award. Then in 2010, we followed that up with the Hyundai Equus, a world-class flagship sedan, launched with a suite of innovative amenities that delivered on a newly emerging definition of what luxury is, the luxury of time and convenience. So next, in 2014, we broke through to the next level with our second generation Genesis, a car that surpassed its award-winning predecessor in every possible way to compete head-to-head with the very best the luxury industry has to offer. Today, we're taking the next giant step forward, consolidating these incredible individual models under the umbrella of an entirely new luxury brand. It's now my honor to introduce the two individuals who are most responsible for this bold initiative. First, in the audience, is Dr. W.C. Wang, our Vice Chairman of Research and Development. Doctor? And now, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to this stage the Vice Chairman of Hyundai Motor Company, Mr. E.S. Chung.
Thank you, Dave, and thank you for all for being here. 5 years ago, I came to Detroit to announce our modern premium brand direction. I'm happy to be back to announce another important milestone for Hyundai Motor. Today, we are introducing something entirely new to the industry and the world. A luxury brand born from the unique culture of Hyundai Motor Company. The name, Genesis, expresses a new beginning. But the DNA of Genesis is deeply rooted in our history and culture. For half a century, we have been challenging ourselves to constantly to better for our customers. Our global customers have made us who we are today, one of the leading automakers in the world. Human-centered luxury is the essence of Genesis brand. With Genesis, we will strive to meet the desire of new generation of luxury customers. These new luxury customers value reasonable consumption based on their unique experiences over mere status. Genesis will provide exclusive design and performance while satisfying this unique value of our customers. With Genesis, we are applying ourselves to entirely new objective to set the benchmark for luxury. Genesis will uphold this new luxury standard with the 4 pillars. The first is aesthetic elegance. The emotional connection between man and machine begins with design. So we have built a new design group dedicated to Genesis. The second pillar is refined performances. This means achieving aesthetic performance and outstanding ride comfort without compromising either one. It also means providing maximum safety for passengers with minimum intrusion on driving dynamics. This pillar will assure our customers of a world-class product. But that is simply the price of entry. It is the customer experience that will differentiate Genesis. And it will be built on the final 2 pillars. Human-focused innovation will guide over all product development. Finally, Genesis will be distinguished by a stress-free customer experience. Each of these pillars will be developed under the guidance of the Senior Vice President of Genesis, Manfred Fitzgerald. Mr. Fitzgerald brings sterling credential to this task. And it is my pleasure to introduce him to you in the audience today. Mr. Fitzgerald. What we are unveiling today is an uncompromising commitment to luxury. One that we are pursuing with dedicated resources, dedicated talent, and a family of Genesis exclusive platforms, powertrains, and technologies. This effort will lead to a portfolio of 6 all-new Genesis models by 2020. So now, I invite you to hear from the leadership team committed to this effort globally and here in the US. Let's begin with the President and Chief Design Officer of Hyundai Motor Group, Peter Schreier. Peter, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chang. For a designer, this is a dream assignment. With Genesis, we have the rare opportunity to reimagine our new vision of a luxury brand. And to bring the spirit alive, we have assembled a dream team of designers solely dedicated to Genesis. The new Genesis Design Group is a select group focused 100% on Genesis. And I'm delighted to tell you they will be led by a chief designer with amazing luxury experience. And he's here with us today, and I've known him for a long time, and I'm very happy that I work together with him. Now it's Luc Donkerwolke. Welcome, Luc. And today we will introduce to you our new Genesis flagship, G90. But first, I want to focus your attention on the dedicated design identity that all Genesis models will share. We call it athletic elegance. Imagine that one moment when an archer draws his bow and focuses his mind on the target. In that moment, we sense the perfect balance of power, poise, potential. And this is the moment we are striving for. For our inspiration, we applied these ideas to a concept vehicle we call the Vision G Coupe, already presented on the concept lawn in Pebble Beach last August, and making its North American debut, auto show debut here today, and is standing over there. In the Vision G, you see all the elements that will distinguish Genesis production models, also brought into our Genesis G90. Athletic elegance is our new take on exciting, prestigious vehicle architecture. We are designing each model around a dedicated front-engine, rear-wheel drive platform. This is the technical foundation to be able to design cars with perfect proportions to represent a luxury brand. With a long dash-to-axle length, short overhangs, and a confident stance. Through this, we create very disciplined body surfacing, suggesting kinetic potential, agility, and precise control, the Archer moment. And as Genesis brand signature of confidence, the crest grille, with the newly refined winged emblem on top. These are the principles of athletic elegance that will guide us in the creation and evolution of the entire Genesis product portfolio to come. Today, we are proud to show you the first example. And ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce the new Genesis G90.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the all-new Genesis G90.
This is athletic elegance come to life, applied in this case to our luxury flagship. Our G90 marks the arrival of a powerful new luxury competitor. And personally, I cannot wait to see it driving on the street because this is the most rewarding moment for us designers. But now, let's hear about the refined performance that will set Genesis apart. And it is my pleasure to introduce our head of vehicle test and high-performance vehicle development, Mr. Albert Biermann.
Danke, Peter. The G90 marks my beginning with the brand, and I'm very proud of the results achieved by our engineering team. Much like the Genesis Design Group, which Peter mentioned, we are also establishing an entire organization in engineering devoted to developing Genesis vehicles and the refinement of their driving performance. Vehicle development is a very complex process because no engineering decision exists in isolation. One thing tends to affect everything. So our engineers work in close collaboration to establish a distinct dynamic character that is generally and clearly our own. Every vehicle starts with the platform, the foundation on which all dynamic attributes are based. The G90 is built on a dedicated, rock-solid front-engine rear-wheel drive platform. This is a key element for our new luxury sedan. We next add another crucial component in the driving experience, an adaptive multi-link suspension system. With the extensive use of lightweight aluminum, we reduce unsprung mass for excellent ride comfort. Precisely controlled elastokinematics provide an ideal balance of driving precision and cabin isolation. With our smart control logic, Genesis drivers can experience our human-focused adaptive technology without the frustration of complexity overkill. So, all the pieces are in place for a world-class product, but that is not enough. It's the tuning of these components that brings the soul of the vehicle to life. Like the individual musicians in a symphony, we make them play together to create harmony. As Vice Chairman Chang mentioned, one of the key pillars of the Genesis brand is human-focused innovation. And humans are very sensory beings. Our target customers live in different countries with different tastes and varied traffic conditions. So, in keeping with our philosophy of human-focused innovation, we have carefully calibrated the G90 to suit the desires for every market. Our Korean customers will enjoy a very smooth driving experience that suits Korean speed bumps and the challenging city roads of Seoul. For our US customers, we have fine-tuned the G90 with a stronger focus on more enjoyable highway driving. And our Chinese customers will also enjoy chassis and powertrain development tuned to their local roadways. In every case, the brand pillar of refined performance is our guide. Comfort and athletic performance are in perfect balance for each market's roadways and driving conditions. Ultimately, with Genesis, each vehicle will bring a distinct driving personality to the luxury market, in tune with its role in the lineup and its design. For example, as you see, the G90 flagship presents a supremely poised, capable, and confident personality. Its driving performance matches this personality. With the G80 executive sedan, which is displayed here today, the emphasis shifts slightly to quicken the reflexes of the vehicle, to heighten the sense of connectedness between the driver and the road. And the upcoming G70 sports sedan will go one step further to provide a greater sense of precision and feedback to the driver. And you will see similar family traits and engaging individual personalities in our Genesis crossovers. So, this is the mission of our Genesis engineering team, to define and create the soul and dynamic personality of the world's next great luxury brand. I've also been given the opportunity to lead the development of our N performance models. It is far too early to reveal any details, but I can tell you, we are going to have some very exciting developments to share with you in the future. Now, let's hear about another pillar of the brand, the stress-free customer experience. To discuss this, once again, welcome Dave Zukowski.
I think the message from Albert and Peter comes through really loud and really clear. We've got the product waterfront completely covered. We are 100% invested. We believe a critical distinction for a true luxury brand is a commitment to dedicated platforms and powertrains. Others in these segments have opted for platform sharing efficiency with decidedly mixed results. We will simply not make that compromise for the Genesis brand. We hope that you can sense that our intent is to take on the very best luxury brands in the world and to beat them with even better product, period. You'll find many proof points of that as you inspect the new G90 and pore over our digital media kit, like the segment's quietest cabin and greater bending rigidity than Mercedes-Benz S-Class. But let me cut to the chase and share our ultimate ambition, and that's to make the purchase of a G90 the most stress-free decision in the entire flagship class. For example, why does a flagship vehicle have to include so many costly options? In the G90, we've eliminated that stress and complexity by offering it in just two very well-appointed packages. The first option is our 3.3-liter V6 twin-turbo. It's our first turbo V6, featuring twin turbochargers, direct injection, and a host of highly efficient advances. And it generates 365 horsepower and 376 pounds of torque available from 1,300 RPM all the way up to 4,500 RPM. The other package we'll offer includes our award-winning 5-liter direct-injected Tau V8 engine, retuned to deliver even better responsiveness and efficiency. The V8 model also adds some additional rear passenger amenities such as power adjustable seats. Both models come complete with our full range of world-class comfort, entertainment, and technology conveniences. The full suite of Genesis SmartSense safety advances is also available on every model. There's only one other choice to be made, and that's one that should be very, very well received in the snow belt. And that's our H-TRAC all-wheel drive system, which will be offered in both the V6 and the V8 powered models. The G90 also provides the luxury of time by bringing the retail experience directly to you at work or at home. This includes the continuation of your time, your place demonstration drives, and at your service concierge and valet pickup services. Complimentary maintenance is also included with G90 as part of that stress-free ownership experience. This spring at the New York Auto Show, we'll be sharing yet another dramatic Genesis concept with you. And we'll also be providing additional details on what the structure of our Genesis organization will look like in the United States with this brand expansion of offerings. With that, I'd like to invite Vice Chairman Chung, Peter, and Albert back up to the stage to take a quick photo for the vehicle, and then have all of you join us for a really closer look at this fabulous G90. Thank you very much for your time this afternoon.
All right, well, welcome back. As you saw, all of the excitement around the Genesis brand. We spoke earlier to CEO and President Dave Zukowski of Hyundai Motor America, and you saw exactly what they're going to be delivering, not only with the Genesis brand, but also with the 2017 G90. Now, if you take a look behind me, you can see everyone sort of rushing up to the car because they want to take a look at everything that Genesis is going to be offering, all of the luxury, the guest experience, all that safety we talked about, and of course, the options, the engines. Both the V6 and a V8 will be coming your way with that G17. In just a few moments, we're going to have several guests come and join us, not only from the Genesis brand, but also from the Hyundai brand. And of course, we'll be answering your questions throughout this broadcast. I want to remind you that for those of you that are watching on Live Connect, you are able to ask those questions. You'll see the bar that's on the lower left-hand corner of your screen. Come on in, ask the questions about the brand, ask questions about Hyundai, because we've got a lot of excitement, and we have the experts here to answer them for you. And also, as CEO Dave Zukowski mentioned, remember that there's going to be even more coming your way at the New York Auto Show, which is happening at the end of March. So more excitement around that Genesis brand. Now, before we get into our very first guest, I do want to let you guys know that there is a survey at the end of this broadcast. For those of you on Live Connect, you'll see a button at the bottom of your screen. For those of you watching on YouTube, there is a link in the info section. We just want to hear feedback from you, what you would like to see at the very next broadcast, and I know for sure that we will be in New York. All right, we are going to be bringing on a few guests. Who are we going to start with? All right, we've got Dean Evans, Chief Marketing Officer of Hyundai Motor America. This is exciting. I have a lot of questions for you because we have a brand new brand, we have a brand new flagship vehicle. How do you approach it from a marketing perspective?
Well, we're really excited about it, obviously, today, as you can see with all the excitement around here. We're also really excited because we're going to be launching with the flagship. So if you're going to launch a luxury brand, we're really fortunate that we're launching with the flagship. So this fall, when the cars start arriving, obviously, the brand activity will also be kicking in at the same time. So we're looking forward to a very innovative new approach to both launching a new brand and a flagship luxury car.
Can you tease us with anything you might be doing in the interim? Because we've got a little bit of a wait until the fall. How do you keep that brand awareness going between now and then?
Yes, well, we're going to, at the Super Bowl this year, we're going to be using some great ads, and one of those is we're going to be spending some time talking to the U.S. population about the Genesis sedan today and what a great luxury alternative it is today, in order to make sure we keep the Genesis vehicle out there, and then we will continue to roll into the Genesis brand in the fall.
How important is the Super Bowl initiative for you guys each and every year?
Well, we think it's a really big deal. I mean, as we all know, that The Super Bowl is the most watched programming in the world, and what we like the most about it is people are there to watch the TV commercials. They're there to be entertained that afternoon, and so we're really poised to hopefully bring great entertainment and getting people to fall in love with the Hyundai brand at levels they've never really fallen in love with the brand before.
Now you've been with the company, what, 5 months now?
Yes.
How has your time been so far? Because this is a really big, important time for the company. Growth.
Yes, no, I'm very fortunate to have arrived at such an important time with the company. We have a phenomenal year ahead of us between launching all-new Elantra, which we just did in Los Angeles here in the fall, and obviously the Genesis brand. And then we have Ioniq coming in the fall, our dedicated green platform. We have a product barrage like no other in the industry, and I'm glad I can be part of it.
Looking forward to hearing more from you, and of course Hyundai and Genesis. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Absolutely. All right, you heard it from Chief Marketing Officer Dean Evans, and you know, it really is an exciting time for the company. He came in for all of the excitement and the growth, and I will tell you that we are going to have more guests, but just take a look behind you. This was the biggest press event I've ever seen here at Hyundai. There were press all the way back in the aisles, everywhere else. It's kind of incredible. You can see them all around, diving into that vehicle, taking photos, asking questions, and it really is such an important time. All right, it looks like Mike O'Brien is on his way here. Of course, Vice President, Corporate and Product Planning for Hyundai Motor America. Mike.
Hey, how are you?
I'm great, how are you?
Very good, very good.
How are you doing on a day like this? Because this really signals major growth for the company.
Well, this is a big change for us. It's the launch of a new brand. So it's not just the launch of a new flagship product, but it's a launch of a luxury division, basically, in our market. So, you know, we're all excited about it. We have a dedicated design team, as presenters mentioned. We have a dedicated engineering team, as Mr. Vice Chairman E.S. Chung mentioned. So we're all in.
You guys are all in, and you know, we were talking with Dave, and he was just talking about the amount of growth and development that's coming with the lineup too. The G17 isn't, the G90 is not the only vehicle coming.
No, we've already announced we're going to have 6 vehicles by 2020, and frankly, we have confirmed new entries even beyond that. So by 2020, we're going to have another sedan. We're going to have a couple of CUV products. And then there's going to be a very amazing coupe product in terms of performance and luxury as well.
So there's a lot for people to look forward to, not only consumers, but also on the dealer side as well.
Yes, in terms of product as well as our customer treatment plan, I think you're going to see a lot of changes in terms of how we emphasize this brand in terms of having a worry-free ownership experience. And instead of dreading having to do something with your vehicle, looking forward to doing something with your vehicle in terms of whether it's service or upkeep, or just enjoying it.
Yeah, I loved all the points that were in the press conference. Really, it's all about stress-free. I mean, we all have busy lives, and when something might happen with the vehicle, you don't want to have to worry about servicing.
It really is true, and so when you think about technology, you know, the entire model of how we interface with our customers, it's really a holdover from the world that occurred long before the digital world, long before there was a smartphone, long before there was a laptop computer. And we have to think about how do we reevaluate and reemphasize those things that are important to customers today and really value their time above all else, because let's face it, time is the one thing that we can't replace. So how do we respect their value of the time that our customers are putting into their vehicle, and how do we use their time in the best possible way and make them feel good about it?
I absolutely love that. Did you guys sort of plan this and base this off of customer feedback, or just from your own lives being very busy and planning a brand new brand?
We actually, our brand group has been working on this for a couple of years. So we spent quite a bit of time doing research. We visited many of our retailers. We've talked to our customers. There's been a lot of work that goes into this, thinking about what's the next level of luxurious ownership experience. And we didn't just look at the automotive sector. We looked at other things like fashion or leisure travel, vacation. So we looked in other areas and thought, well, what are the things that signal that you can have anything you want, but you chose this? And so we're trying to take those elements that we take from various aspects of people's lives and how they use their time and move that into the car ownership experience.
You know, that really does make a difference to consumers. And, you know, I'm so proud to be here today. Thank you. Much for joining us, Mike. Thank you so much. All right, we've got guests coming at us left and right. It looks like we've got Albert Bierman here. He spoke during the press conference. Come on in. I want to make sure you have the longest title in the world. Ready? Head of Vehicle Test and High Performance Vehicle Development, Hyundai Motor America. Did I get that right?
Yes, that's right.
All right, tell us what went into creating the whole Genesis brand and particularly the G90.
Yeah, this is a huge challenge for the whole company to go into the luxury segment, but I think we are ready for this, to do this step into the luxury market, to compete on a higher level. We have excellent product basis, product substance, and we have very skilled people in our company in engineering and design, and I think we can challenge the premium competitors right now. And with this Genesis G90, I think this is a great opportunity to show how competitive we can be in this luxury top segment.
Well, you've come from other luxury brands yourself. You've had a long history and quite a storied career. What was it like bringing this to the Hyundai and Genesis brands?
Yeah, it was very exciting because all the engineers, they were eager to hear how have you done this before and so on. And so it's a lot of fun working with all our skilled engineers and to give them some guidance to bring together many good components and systems and to conduct then in the end a nice balanced product.
One final question. I know we saw the 2017 G90, lots of other products coming down the pike. Can you tease us with anything that we can expect?
I mean, yes, you know, the G80 will be the Genesis, but my favorite, I have to say, I love sporty cars, will be the G70. I can't wait to put the G70 on the road. I drove already some early prototype, and this will open a complete new book of performance for a Genesis brand.
All right, I'm looking forward to that G70 now too. You got me excited. Thank you so much for joining us and congratulations on such a great day.
Thank you, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Hello.
My goodness, all right, thank you so much. We got Ricky Lau, Senior Product Planning Manager over here at Hyundai Motor America. Hi, we saw your video at the top of the program.
Great. Yeah, we spent some time doing that yesterday, but today's been an exciting day.
Yeah, you really did a great job. It's giving us some of the highlights and features of the G90. What's your favorite aspect of the vehicle?
You know what I love best is the fact that when you get into this car, every screen in the interior is a high definition screen. I mean, we're all used to our smartphones, and now when you get in the car, every screen is just the way you expect it to be.
Yeah, and you know, customers really do expect technology, they expect top of the line, and that's exactly what you're delivering with the Genesis, aren't you?
Exactly. I mean, when you get into the car, you see that class-leading 12.3-inch high-definition screen. That's the first thing you notice that pops out at you, and that's the kind of quality and commitment we're doing with the G90.
Now, I know that safety is of utmost importance to Hyundai. Talk a little bit about what they've done with the G90.
Yeah, so G90 will come equipped, every G90 comes equipped with a standard Genesis Smart Sense. And what that means is it's a full array of passive and active safety features, such as automatic emergency braking with pedestrian detection, smart blind spot assist. So the full array of safety features that are standard. You know, in our competitors, safety is optional. For us, it's standard. It's our uncompromising approach to safety.
And there's a lot of power behind this vehicle as well with the V6 and a V8 option. Tell us a little bit about those two engines.
Yeah, so Albert Bierman talked a little bit about it, and so did Dave. So our new 3.3-liter twin-turbo V6 engine, 365 horsepower, 376 pound-foot of torque. But what's really impressive is the fact that you get that torque, maximum torque response from 1,300 to 4,500 RPMs. So right off the line, passing power, easy.
Well, I love that. And you know, Albert just teased us with the G70. I'm just wondering, have you seen it? Have you test driven it?
Well, I can say that we've seen it, and you just wait. It is one impressive car.
I know, now that I'm like, I mean, we're talking about the G90, and I'm like, what about that G70? I'm thinking ahead already.
Yeah, I can't share too much because we've got that coming up in New York, but it's an exciting vehicle for us.
Well, great job on the video, and thank you so much for joining us again.
Thank you.